everybody. It is a new week and I'm super excited to share something that happened to me over the weekend. In the month of Feb, I challenged everybody, to identify the values that matter most to them. And we're using the alphabets to identify the values that we most resonate with, what these values they mean to us. And I'm super excited for all those who joined the challenge. If you didn't join the challenge, you can always do it at your time, because I always say sometimes it's not your time for someone, that's why you're not able to join. Fast forward. So if you missed the challenge anyway, you can always go back to my post and see what we're doing during the challenge. Now, fast forward, in March, I challenged everybody to, go back to the values that you identified. Some had more values because when you did like alphabet A, you find that you have a lot of values that start with A, B, etc., etc. Myself, I found myself with 40 values that I felt like resonated the most with me, values that I want to live up to, values that I want them to shape me as Jane, as a person. And the challenge for March was to go back to those values, and each month from March to December, split the values. You can use the name wheel online, which is free, and identify the values that you're going to work on each month, because knowing about the values is okay, but learning more, understanding more about these values is the next step. So what happened is, one of the values that I identified when I was doing the challenge was confidence. And when I was thinking that, confidence became my March value to work on, one of the values to work on in March. And last week, when I was thinking about confidence, I asked myself, why did I select confidence? Which areas in my life do I need to improve my confidence on? And remarkably, I started listing down things or places where I need to do or to boost my confidence. And so I gave myself a target. I asked myself, why don't I have confidence in these areas? And one area that I identified that my confidence was a bit low was in swimming. I know, like most people, there's no there's no need to be shy. We want to swim, but our confidence level is low. Or personally, my confidence was low when it came to swimming. So last weekend on Saturday, I decided, you know what, it's about time I lived up to this. I want to know how to swim. I've always envied people who are still swimming, because I want to swim as well. I want to stretch my body. And on Saturday, I went in for swimming and I did it. I just said, you know what, Jane, you have to do it. I asked myself, what makes swimming so difficult? Why am I scared of getting into the water? And the more I asked myself these questions, I stayed on the side for some few minutes, not few minutes, for almost an hour, contemplating whether I need to do it. But eventually I told myself, this is part of the things that I want to work on in 2023. This is where I need to boost my confidence. And by the time I walked out of that pool, I am now in the beginner level of swimming, which I believe with more practice, with more energy, with actually practice, I will become better. Maybe I'll become one of the divers, who knows. So the purpose of this is to remind us that when we identify the values that mean the most to us, we start working on those values. And when we work on the values, we start improving ourselves to become the people we want to be. We start becoming better in the skills that we want to improve. So the challenge is, if you didn't join us in the alphabet value challenge, go back, identify the values that mean the most to you, work on those values, and by the end of 2023, you are going to be a new version of yourself. You are going to have blossomed. You're going to have improved in your skills. You're going to have beat the limiting beliefs that you've put for yourself. Because up to now, I don't understand why I was scared of swimming. I believe it's just the confidence that I was lacking. There's nothing. I didn't experience any drowning when I was young. I didn't experience someone drowning. So I don't understand why I had lacked that confidence. It was just mindset. It was just that limiting belief, like, yo, you cannot swim. Swimming is not for you. So my challenge is to you: go identify the values that you want. Ask yourself, why is this value important? Which areas in my life do I need to improve for this value to be identified, for this value to, resonate with me, to become embodied with me, to become part and parcel of me? So I'm looking forward to hearing your success stories after you have identified your values. Thank you.